proud Mexican Salvadorian woman.
My name is Zach, and I'm a proud Honduran American and son of an immigrant mother.
We are here today marking a year of the Trump administration. For this past year, Trump has attacked our fundamental rights on all fronts. We have seen ICE ripping apart families. We have seen the big billionaire bill cutting billions in public services like food and housing. And we have seen them spending money destroying our ecosystems and our public health by funding massive data centers across the country. Trump is not just looking to hurt people here at home. He has waged war across the world. We can see most recently with the attacks on Venezuela for their land and resources.
And now we see ICE's brutal invasion of Minneapolis, leading to the cold-blooded murder of Renee Nicole Good, one of the murdered by ICE within the last year. Trump has allowed these racist federal agents to run rampant throughout cities, terrorizing communities and brutalizing innocent people regardless of their immigration status. But this isn't new. The same way ICE is demonizing the immigrant community, the police have been demonizing the black community. We've seen this in Charlotte time and again, such as the police killing of Keith Lamont Scott in 2016, where the police murdered an unarmed black man with no accountability. We need to see the parallels between all of these issues.
That's exactly right, Zach. ICE brutality is police brutality.
That's right.
And when they say immigrants are criminals, are we going to believe them?
No!
Because the real threat to public safety isn't standing in this crowd. They're standing in the White House. They're standing in Congress. They're standing in the Pentagon. And they are standing in Wall Street. Those are the people that are depriving our communities. Those are the people that are stealing our labor. And those are the people that are sending masked, armed agents into our neighborhoods. So we stand here a day after the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr., who didn't only commit his life to fighting against racism, but against war and poverty everywhere. He was able to see that the broader issue of racism is connected to a broader fight for all oppressed people. And we can see from this past year that racism, poverty, and war, the three evils that King always talked about, are still prevalent today. We can see that these evils are exactly what the Trump administration is all about. Making the rich richer and the poor poorer. And unleashing sexist, racist, and homophobic rhetoric on our society, all in pursuit of absolute power. So today, we will follow the footsteps of Martin Luther King Jr. and by continuing the fight against racism.
And so we gather here today, not just for Renee Nicole Good, not just in solidarity with our immigrant brothers and sisters, but we are standing today as the working class. Because we know that these attacks are attacks on all of us. They use racism, sexism, and homophobia to try to divide us. But the working class is people of color. The working class is women. The working class is the LGBTQ community. All of us. The only enemy is the the billionaires who fund this campaign of terror, profiting off of our suffering. What happened to Renee Nicole Good and to Keith Porter is a symptom of this system that places no value on human life. A system that allows ICE agents to murder people in cold blood and face zero consequences, to hold children in cages, to bomb sovereign countries for profit. Are we going to let ICE keep getting away with violence? No! Are we going to allow innocent people to be kidnapped and held in cages by these racist thugs? No! Are we going to stand by as our government continues to commit acts of war across the world?
No! El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
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 The people united will never be defeated.
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 Woo! That's exactly right. When the people are united, we will never be defeated. So we are here joined by our coalition partners, Carolina Migrant Network, the Poor People's Campaign, Jewish Voice for Peace, Democratic Socialists of America, and the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Because we know that this fight is a fight for all of us. And we would like to introduce our first speaker, Mary Ann Ruiz from Carolina Migrant Network.
I'm actually going to ask everyone to gather together here. We are all here in community, so everyone to the side. Let's come over to this side and feel each other's energy. Oh. And more, yes. Hi everyone. As was mentioned, I'm Mary Ann Ruiz. I'm with Carolina Migrant Network. I'm a proud daughter of immigrant parents from Nicaragua. Woo! Today does mark the 1 year under Trump's administration. And we do not gather to mark time, but to reckon with impact. 1 year in, the reality is clear. Immigrant communities across the country have been met not with dignity or with safety, but with brutality, with suspicion, and with deliberate targeting. What we're witnessing is not an isolated incident, and it's not an isolated policy failure. It is the sustained campaign of hatred carried out through enforcement, rhetoric, and law. Immigrants have been cast as threats rather than neighbors, as problems rather than people. Migration has been criminalized, asylum has been hollowed out, enforcement has been empowered and celebrated, while accountability has been weakened. Under this administration, we've seen the attacks on Black communities through the expansion of aggressive policing and the rollback of civic rights. We have seen rights, voting rights weakened, making it for our communities of color, disabled people, and low-income voters to participate in our democracy. We have seen queer and trans communities targeted through policies that erase protections, deny healthcare, and legitimize discrimination. We have seen reproductive freedom undermined as access to abortion and basic healthcare has been restricted. And we have seen environmental protections dismantled while calling it economic progress. We have seen social safety nets threatened or cut, deepening inequality and pushing already marginalized families closer to crisis. And this harm does not stop at the U.S. borders. We're witnessing the unspeakable injustice and genocide against our Palestinian brothers and sisters. as well as mass violence, displacement, and death in Sudan and Congo. These crises are fueled by global indifference and militarization at the cost of Black and brown lives. Our government's silence, complicity, and selective outrage reflects the same dangerous idea that we see at home, that some suffering is acceptable while some lives are expendable.
No.
Now, these are not disconnected decisions. They are linked by a common thread, the belief that some lives are less deserving of protection, dignity, and voice. Still, this is not the whole story. Alongside this harm, we have witnessed resistance. Communities organizing to protect one another, people bearing witness when silence is demanded, and neighbors choosing solidarity over fear. Resistance matters. It reminds us that the values of compassion, justice, and shared humanity do not disappear simply because those in power abandon them. Celebrating 1 year under this administration is not about giving up hope, but it's about naming the truth. That democracy cannot survive when entire communities are treated as disposable. That justice cannot exist when rights are conditional. And that safety means nothing if it's built on someone else's suffering. Today we remember those harmed by these policies. We refuse to look away from the violence. And we recommit to immigrants, to marginalized communities, and to one another. 1 year in and the struggle continues, but so does our resolve to build a future rooted not in fear, but in care, accountability, and collective liberation. Thank you.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with deportation.
Down with deportation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with deportation.
Down with deportation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with deportation.
Down with deportation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with deportation.
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 All right, I'm going to introduce our next speaker. We have Reverend Joel Simpson from the Poor People's Campaign, an organization in Charlotte building a movement to overcome systemic racism, poverty, ecological devastation, and the war economy.
Someone came up to me a few minutes ago and said, "Is there a pastor here? What exactly is happening that a pastor is here?" And so I just want to be clear. A friend of mine said, "You know, Joel, it's really good to let people know what kind of Christian you are." And so I want to say I'm the love your neighbor kind of Christian, not the storm the Capitol kind of Christian. And I'm the welcome the immigrant and stranger kind of Christian, not the kidnap immigrants off the street, tear them from their families and deport them kind of Christian. And because I strive to be that kind of Christian, we brought in Siembra as Border Patrol came in to partner with our community, to train people, thousands of people patrolling the streets in partnership with Carolina Migrant Network. And we used church buildings to do these trainings because we thought, what is more sacred and more loving than to pack churches filled with strangers and neighbors to protect people in our communities. And so thank you for showing up and being a part of this, because love does not have one face, it has every face. And caring for our communities looks like this. Everybody who is present, and even people who couldn't be here tonight. But our work does not end there. We are here tonight because we love our community, and we are angry about how our neighbors, people we love, and ourselves are being treated by ICE, Border Patrol, and this government. We see very clearly how authoritarianism is trying to strip away our rights, terrify us, and beat us into submission. Many people have been saying that what's happening here is like what happened in Nazi Germany. But we need to go further back than that, because the truth is the Nazis sent their acolytes here to the United States to study how to successfully implement segregation and Jim Crow laws to suppress and oppress entire groups of people in their own country, and to strategically kill them and make them disappear. Our government inspired them. Our government is inspiring other nations still to do those same things. Long before now, the U.S. has been the expert in creating an authoritarian state that segregates people, disappears people, and kills people. From indigenous people and black Americans to immigrants and poor people, black, brown, and white. The government knows exactly how to do this. Beyond the extreme and immediate violence we're seeing throughout our cities, and especially in the lives of our immigrant neighbors, this administration is intentionally building on what Martin Luther King Jr. named the triple evils of racism, militarism, and poverty, we heard mentioned already. They've got money to bomb and invade communities across the world, and money for terrorizing our own people right here at home. But they don't give us health care. And they don't give our children the education they deserve. And they don't feed people who are hungry. This is intentional. We know what would lift us up. Pay people a living wage. Make sure everybody has insurance. Make sure everyone has food to eat. We say fight poverty and not the poor. Not people of color, not our immigrant neighbors, not everyday working people. But on the heels of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we cannot forget that generations of people have organized and demanded that this nation live into all that it has claimed it is. A place of liberty and justice for all. And MLK said, all we say to America is to be true to what you say on paper. Be true to what you say on paper. Will you say that with me? Be true to what you say on paper. On paper, it says we have freedom of speech. On paper, it says we have the right to assemble peacefully. On paper, it says we have the right to refuse searches and seizures without a warrant. On paper, it says we have the right to be safe and secure in our homes and vehicles without ICE agents busting in. On paper, it says the government cannot take a person's life, freedom, or property without due process, even if that person is not a citizen. So say it with me now. Be true to what you said on paper. Coretta Scott King said very clearly that freedom is never really won. You earn it and you win it in every generation. This is our generation. This is our work. And this is our time to win our freedom and our liberation. And if you'll give me just a moment more, we need to be clear about one more thing. This administration is trying to bait us into violence, trying to get us to react in violent ways in order to enact the Insurrectionist Act and deploy more troops into our communities to do more harm and violence and strip away more of our rights and democracy. And so we have to be clear that we will not take the bait. We have both a moral and strategic obligation to not fall into this trap, to commit ourselves to nonviolence as we continue to stand against and resist the authoritarian playbook that this administration is living into. We love our community too much to play into the hands of what is happening. That does not mean we are not angry. We are angry. We are upset. It just means we are smarter and stronger, and we know we have the people power to make the change in the ways we need to that is best for all of us. So we will not back down. We will fight and resist with every nonviolent tool we have, and we will win our freedom just as those of the generations before us have. This is our time. This is our moment. Let us do it together. And in the Poor People's Campaign movement, we say forward together, not one step back. You ready? Forward together, not one step back. Thank you.
We want justice, we want peace.
We want justice, we want peace.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want justice, we want peace.
We want justice, we want peace.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want justice, we want peace.
We want justice, we want peace.
We want ICE off our streets.
We want ICE off our streets.
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
shut it down.
Shut it down!
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Are we cold? No. Are we cold? No. Because our brothers and sisters in Minneapolis are fighting and protesting in sub-zero temperatures. We need that same energy here. What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
Woo! So we're going to introduce our next speaker from DSA, Democratic Socialists of America, CAM. They are part of an anti-capitalist, anti-racist organization working for social and economic justice here in the Charlotte region. So please give them a hand.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Cam, and I am the treasurer for the Charlotte chapter of the Democratic Socialists of America. Thank you all so much for showing up once again to join us tonight protesting ICE's terror. By now, many of you have witnessed what happens when ICE is not held accountable for their actions. In Minneapolis, ICE ceaselessly broke into homes, kidnapped family members, actively shot at citizens and non-citizens alike, deploying chemical weapons like tear gas into a vehicle with an entire family trapped inside, 6 children, a 6-month-old baby. I ask you, have any of these agents been held accountable? No! You're right. And unfortunately, there are no plans to hold them accountable. The Trump administration affirmed that ICE has, quote, total immunity from federal prosecution. Even though Democratic politicians like Governor Walz or Mayor Jacob Fry have used fiery rhetoric to protest against ICE, they have no real plans to stop ICE. At best, they are hoping if they have enough people to vote, if we have another election that is, they may be able to go after the bad apples. Now, that could be this November, that could be in 2028, but with how Trump talks about canceling elections, the Democrats may not ever get another chance. And we can't depend on the fascists and cowards in office to stop ICE's terror. It's on us, the people, to hold these federalized terrorists to account. We have to demand that ICE officers be prosecuted for their crimes, to demand that ICE leave our cities, and to stop our tax money from funding these modern-day slave catchers. And tonight, as we protest, know that this is not the end. There are groups here tonight that prepare for the potential return of ICE in Charlotte. We look to the people of Minneapolis for inspiration among their grassroots resistance, labor unions, faith groups, community organizers, and socialist organizations. They've called for a general strike to kick ICE out. And we at the DSA stand in solidarity with them and wish them the best in their fight. Ultimately, to abolish ICE, our comrades in Minneapolis cannot do this alone. We in Charlotte and across the United States need to build our rapid response networks, mutual aid networks, union density, labor militancy, to organize and beat this rising fascist tide. We at the DSA are committed to that long-term goal, and we hope that you will join us in that mission. Solidarity forever, Charlotte.